Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to be taking a little bit of a tour around the upcoming map of GTA 6, and more specifically, taking a look at the various islands that are going to be introduced in the map of GTA 6 for the very first time. No other GTA game has had this many different islands in one map, so there's a lot to look forward to, and we're going to be taking a look at all of those in this video. So make sure to stay tuned, we got a lot of really exciting stuff to look at today, but first off, here's a quick shout out, and after that, we'll get into the video. Now today's shout out goes to Evo Ad Network. Now Evo Ad Network is a two-sided marketplace that allows you to both advertise your own links to either your website or your social media platforms, or really anything in between, but also allows you to earn real money just by clicking links. Advertising your own link is super easy and cheap, and they guarantee that all of the visitors are real people and there are absolutely zero bots involved. And earning money to click links is just as simple as it sounds. Go to their website, sign up, begin clicking links, and start earning money. So go ahead and click the first link in the description down below to check out the Evo Ad Network and sign up for a free account today. But with that being said, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Alright, so right now we are on the GTA 6 project mapping website, and this is the latest version of what we know about the GTA 6 map. Now, if you haven't heard of this website, this is essentially giving us our best look at the GTA 6 map by a community-driven effort. There are hundreds of people collaborating on this, and this is going to be our best look at GTA 6 prior to the release. Now, Rockstar Games usually does not release the map for their games until very close to the release, so pretty much until GTA 6 actually releases next year, this is going to be our best look at the game yet. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of open area around the map, especially up here, and this will continue getting filled in as we learn more information, but this is our best look yet, and based on what we know so far from official information and also leaks that have come out. Now, if we take a look at pretty much every other GTA game, the majority of them rely on pretty much one main map with a few sections around it. GTA 5 is pretty much one island, GTA 4 was several islands, but they were very large, and then previous GTA games had a similar strategy. Now, GTA 6 is going to be the first GTA game that not only is going to have a massive island that we're of course going to be able to explore. This is of course going to resemble the entire state of Florida, or as it's known in the game, Leonida. But there's also going to be islands around the map to make the game a lot more interesting to play, and I'm sure there's going to be some pretty cool missions that take place on these. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this map is still being filled in, so we don't have that much information on the islands up here, but we do know what's going to be happening in Vice City and also the Gator Keys. So if we take a look around Vice City, we of course have downtown Vice City on the right-hand side here. Zoom in again. And then of course we have kind of the outskirts of Vice City over here on the west side. Now, in between, we have the Venetian Islands. These are, of course, very iconic in real life in Miami, and these are going to be completely recreated in GTA 6, and these are actually visible in the first trailer at 31 seconds in. As you can see, it's time-stamped right here. So based on what we know so far with these islands, it seems like both of these are just going to be residential buildings. So we don't really know whether there's going to be many businesses there. It seems like it's mainly residential buildings. Same thing with this one here, but there is a lot of open room for there to be something else. And then this one here is especially very open, so we're going to have to wait and see what actually comes out of this. But these are going to be 3 islands that are iconic to Miami in real life that Rockstar will be recreating. There's also going to be a small island over here, allegedly called the Picnic Islands. Another one here called the Bird Key, which are 2 very small islands. We don't know whether there's really going to be anything on there, maybe a little Easter egg that could be found on some of these islands. But up here we have the Pelican Harbor. Now, this is essentially going to be an island that is dedicated to a hospital. So it's going to have a hospital complex, which I believe is actually there in real life as well. There's going to be a harbor as well as some additional buildings. So an entire island dedicated to a hospital, which I really hope there is a mission or two that happen there. Moving on up a little bit, we have yet another island. This is allegedly going to be a golf club on an island, which is pretty cool. Definitely outdoes the golf club in GTA 5, which is pretty much in the city. So an entire golf club on the island. Another island up here, which is there, but we don't really know what's really going to be on it. And that's pretty much it for the islands around the Vice City area. So we have this one up here, the golf club, the hospital complex, and then 3 extremely small ones, and then these 3 very iconic ones from Miami. Now, going south a little bit, we have a few more that we know of at the moment. We have this one right here, which was actually featured in trailer 1. As you can see, 41 seconds in, you can kind of see the outskirts of this island a little bit. We have another massive one that actually goes underneath this highway here called the Watson Island. Again, nothing's really on here at the moment, so we're going to have to wait and see. And then we have 2 others which are pretty much next to each other here called Star Island and Fairy Island. But again, we don't really know what these are going to be at the moment. They're going to be there. There's likely going to be something on them, but it's to be determined what's actually going to be happening on these islands. Underneath here, we do technically have an island, at least in my definition, which is going to be the port of Vice City. This, of course, is a replication of the port of Miami, which is on an island like this in real life. I am sure there's going to be a mission or 2 that take place here, just like the missions in GTA 5 that took place in the port of Los Santos. So this is going to be a massive island here, which is essentially going to be the port of Vice City, along with some ships along the side. Going further down here, we have a few of the larger islands around the Vice City area. So we have this one that pretty much looks like a chip here, like a Dorito chip. There is speculation that there's going to be some hotels on here, but we don't really know anything further. So there's going to be something happening here, but probably not that much. You're going to have to wait and see. Moving on over, we have another one, which is going to be essentially called the Virginia Key. Probably not going to be called that in the game, but that seems to be what it's called in real life. So it kind of looks like a little glove, at least to me. This is a massive island, so there's definitely going to be at least something happening here. So we're going to have to wait and see how this map fills out. And then we have another one over here called the Fisher Island as well, which interestingly has just a road going out. Just a road going out the side. This map is obviously done by hand, so there is definitely a reason why this road, and also with the main Miami island up here, they were added. So not sure why, but it seems like that there will be just a road going out. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. Moving on down a little bit further, we have another island, which is another interesting shape. There's allegedly going to be a tennis center here. This was from one of the leaks back in 2022. Of course, things can change, but that's what we know of so far on this island, and that's pretty much it. So this is going to be filled in over time. Now, zooming on out a little bit, that's pretty much all of the islands around the Vice City map. So as you can see, there's a ton, and this is obviously not complete. This will continue being expanded over time, so there will be new things added, but this is what we know so far at the moment. So a ton of islands, and definitely more than any other GTA game by a long shot. Now, going down further, we have, at least in my opinion, my favorite part of the game that I'm looking forward to, and I'm so glad that Rockstar recreated this, which is the Gator Keys, which are based on the Florida Keys in real life. So you have a massive highway going down to the Florida Keys, or the Gator Keys, I should say. You have another highway that is going to converge with that one here. And in between that, you have a ton of small islands, a ton of extremely small islands, which again is how it is in real life as well. To be determined whether anything is actually going to be happening on any of these islands. A lot of them are really too small to house any buildings, but they will be there. So a ton of really small islands around the map there. We have the first Gator Keys island here. Not many buildings here except some houses that were leaked a while ago. And then we have the main Gator Keys right here with a ton of small islands, along with some bigger ones closer to the road. There's allegedly going to be a blimp that is housed down here, cell phone tower, and that's pretty much it worth mentioning at the moment. So lots of really interesting stuff that's going to be happening down here. And then at the very end, or towards the end, we have a naval air station, which I did look up prior to recording this video, and that is actually in real life as well. There is a naval air station at the end of the Florida Keys, and that will be recreated in GTA 6. So if you want to get to essentially the equivalent of Fort Zancudo, you're going to have to drive all the way, or fly. You're going to have to drive or fly all the way from Vice City up here, all the way down to the Gator Keys. And just for reference, that's the size of the GTA map compared to GTA 6. I'll zoom out another click here. And that is to scale, by the way. So, and this is not the complete map, as I mentioned. So it is going to be significantly larger than GTA 5. Now, zooming back a little bit more, we have pretty much one more island to talk about. This is allegedly going to be called Sundown at the very end. Again, no information on what's actually going to be happening here, but that is another island in the game, along with a few smaller, tiny ones up here. And that is pretty much it. So those are all of the islands around the GTA map for the most part that we know at the moment. There is like a really small one up here through the canals that are north of Vice City. And at the moment, those are the islands around the map. Now, of course, this will continue being filled in. There will obviously be some water up here. I can only assume there may be some additional islands towards the northern part of the map. But that is our latest look at the GTA 6 map based on what we know at the moment. It seems like it's going to be shaping up to be by far the best GTA map ever, and in my opinion, the best open world map, period, of any video game. So I'll leave a link to this website in the description down below if you want to go ahead and check it out. Feel free to bookmark it. This website is updated every couple of weeks with new information that we learn, and especially after Trailer 2 later this year, this is going to be updated with a ton of new information as we get closer to the release. But let me know in those comments down below what your thoughts about this are. Are you excited for GTA 6 based on this map? Were you hoping for something else? Any and all thoughts you have about this and more, especially compared to GTA 5, let me know in those comments down below because I really want to hear from all of you. But either way, thank you again for tuning in today. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.